Nets Nation, it's your boy AJ back again. It's Nets Kingdom, hashtag we go hard. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. So my Instagram has gotten deactivated. Instagram was hating. They was hating on me and they deleted my account. So make sure you guys follow my new account, Nets Kingdom 711 _. Again, Nets Kingdom 711 _ Instagram did me dirty, and now I was at 7,000 and now back to the beginning. So took a L this week, but you know, it is what it is. Now we got some Nets news for you guys. So the Nets announced Wednesday evening that Ben Simmons will undergo back surgery Thursday to alleviate the pain he's experienced from a herniated disc. Now it says here, a microdiscectomy relieves the pressure on a spinal nerve root by removing the material causing the pain. During the procedure, a small part of the bone over the nerve root and or disc material under the nerve root is taken out. He's expected to need 3 to 4 months to make a full recovery on back surgery, sources tell ESPN. Now the expectation that he'll be ready to return well ahead of training camp. Now it says here also a 4-month time frame would put Simmons back on the floor in early September. Training camp, we all know training camp begins later in the month. So very, very concerning news. It's just that the Nets continue to do this with the medical team. They continue to lie to us. They continue to not tell the media the full story. And I got to look back on Sean Marks and Josiah in the trade, because how did they not know about Ben's back during the trade? You know, and it's very concerning that the back surgery is happening. I mean, I'm glad he's getting it now in the off season, but we've seen before that when you get back surgery, a lot of players do not come back the same. I mean, we've seen Serge Ibaka, he got the back surgery. Michael Porter Jr., he got back surgery. He looked great after the back surgery, but then he ended up going through it again and was in and out of the lineup and out for a long time. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom. You know, I'm praying for Ben's health at the most, but it's just annoying that we didn't get this deal done the right way. We traded for a player that had to have back surgery. It's just so upsetting as a Nets fans. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about that. Now, Simmons' issues were purely or mostly mental. He apparently hurt his back in late February or early March, not long after the February 10th trade. So it went from a little soreness, a setback, a flare-up, and the Nets admitted on March 31st that Simmons had a herniated disc at the L4 position in his lower back. Again, it's just, I don't know how we trade for somebody with the L4 herniated disc. I know they said he heard it February 10th, but it's like Sean Marks should have known that. We should have done our due diligence about this. It's just a bad look for this trade. Now I'm praying Simmons, you know, it could all go right. You know, to me, they can go either he gets the surgery and he's 100% healthy and we get the full Ben Simmons, or he gets the surgery, we get a 80% Ben Simmons, and he can have back problems for the rest of his career. That's the worst case scenario to me. But again, we're going to have doctors come up on stream. We're going to have a stream later this week and tell you guys more. We'll go deep dive into this Ben Simmons thing. Now, basically, the other news I have is about Kessler Edwards. Now, we all thought Sean Marks was wilding because he gave Kessler a contract and did not play him. Well, and Steve Nash didn't play him that many minutes in the Celtics series. But it says here, Yossi Goslin, shout out to Yossi Goslin of Hoops Hype. It says here that Edwards would become a non-bird restricted free agent if the Nets decline his $1.6 million team option. He will be able to re-sign for 4 years, $8.7 million. Now, Yossi also says signing a rookie toward the end of the season to a 2-year deal with a team option, then declining that option to re-sign that player to a long deal has been a common trend recently. So the Grizzlies did it with Jonte Porter and the Pelicans did it with Didi Louzada. So I guess it kind of worked out in the long run since we gave Kessler a team option, because next year he's going to have a team option. So the team can decide to decline it or accept it. So if they do decline Kessler, which I assuming they will, we could re-up Kessler for 4 years, $8.7 million. And that would be a good look because, again, we know going to this offseason, y'all, we need wings. This team needs wings. We have no wings. We got to address the wing position this offseason. We need height, length, and wings. 3-and-D wings are a must for this team. It's just the blatant, obvious weakness that everybody knows. Everybody in the NBA world knows that we need wings. And, I also was thinking with Ben Simmons, we can get a stretch five. Oh, a stretch five could be also a good proposition. If we decide to trade Joe Harris, we don't know what's going to happen. But if we do decide to trade Joe Harris, we could have other assets too that we get back with Joe Harris. Now, in other news, we have the draft. So the Nets have the draft at June 1st. The deadline to make sure to decide if we want to use our draft pick this year in the 2022 draft is on June 1st. So hopefully the Nets will decide quickly so we don't have to be waiting all this time. As you guys know, we have that 2022 pick from Philly from the Harden trade. So the Nets could decline it and use it for next year, which would be probably a smart thing to do because this draft class is not really that good. There's not really heavy hitters in this draft class. So we could possibly use it for next year, or we could trade it and get assets for it. Now, Woj sat down with Sean Marks before the season ended, and there's been rumors, and he reported that Sean Marks said they're most likely going to either trade that pick or use it next year. So I'm expecting the Nets probably to not use that pick in the 2022 draft, or trade it to get package it in a deal again to get wings, to get length, to get a stretch five, so possibly trade it for better assets to build our roster. So that's all the offseason news I have for y'all today. Again, Ben Simmons getting that back surgery, Kessler Edwards possibly getting that re-up, that 4-year, $8.7 million, and also the Nets draft pick. The Nets are most likely not going to use it or trade it for assets, players, roster, etc. So let me know how you guys feel about this Ben Simmons surgery. Again, it's just so upsetting that we didn't do our due diligence and at least try to make another move. If we knew Ben's back was kind of hurt, it was like this, we should have done a better trade. Like we should have either got more, or Sean Marks should have pivoted. I feel like he didn't really have much of a choice because it was a late timing. But he should have. I feel like there were deals on the table that he could have made earlier before the trade deadline, so he could have it all set up. I mean, it's a tough thing to pivot from. I'm not blaming Sean Marks wholeheartedly, but it's just something isn't right if we traded for a player that needed back surgery. It just doesn't make sense that all of a sudden he needs back surgery all of a sudden. But remember how the Nets were telling us during the playoffs, oh, he's ready to go. He's great. He's progressing through. You got the epidural. Everything's fine. The Nets continue to just tell us these fake lies and not tell us what's really going on. But at least the world knows that his back was really messed up and he needs surgery now. So, again, hit that like button for me. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. My Instagram got deactivated. I took a big L. My IG got deactivated. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. My new Instagram, Nets Kingdom 711 _. It's your boy AJ. It's Nets Kingdom. I'm out.